Hey guys, this is Ann from ducttapeanddenim.com, and today I am going to be making some pressed penny bracelets. These are something that I collect. Like whenever we go somewhere, instead of buying something big, I look for those pressed penny machines, and I collect pressed pennies. So here's some that I've collected over the last few years. We went to Utah. I got a couple at Bryce Canyon. I don't know if you can even see what pictures on them, but so these cost 51 cents. You got to stick the penny in there, and you got to stick 2 quarters in there, and it's an actual penny, and they just kind of smush the penny and put something on it. Like here, I'm going to make this one right now. This is from when we went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame a few years ago. I think you can see that on there. Man, there's a dog barking out there. I haven't heard the dog bark all day long until I start the video. So I have all the tools and supplies laid out that I'm going to use. I'm going to do something like this one first with just one pressed penny. And this one says, this one is Downtown Disney. I was there also a couple years ago. So first of all, we're going to put a couple of holes in it. And I've done a whole video on just different ways to put holes in metal. And this is one of my favorite ways because it's nice and quiet and it's really easy. And it's like a drill, like a manual drill. You can just screw that in and you put your metal in. And can you see the little screw coming through? And this is a soft enough metal. Copper's really soft, so it will make a hole really easily. And I just kind of eyeball it. I don't measure or anything. Okay, so can you see that? Not quite. Not quite to the edge. All right. I think I got it where I want it now. Trying to angle it so you can see. That's going to be kind of hard to see. So I'm going to twist it. Okay, I see some people are joining us. So when you come in, will you just say hi? Let me know where you're from. Oop. And sometimes, like just now, you'll feel or hear a little bit of the metal falling out. So, hey Debbie, how are you doing? I'm making pressed penny jewelry today with some of my pennies that I've collected. Okay, can you see that little tiny hole right there? Just the right size. And it's not going to matter a whole lot if it's exactly in the center or not. Yeah, this is my Pro Football Hall of Fame. We were actually there a few years ago, so this is the souvenir that I got. Oh, hi. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with the comments because it's only showing me like 2 or 3 at a time on my phone, and I'm going to have to concentrate on this or I'll be punching holes in all kinds of weird places. But if you have any questions, just go ahead and type them in and I will either catch them now or come back later. Like I said, it's not going to have to be exactly because the pennies don't ever come out exactly in an exact oval. Does that make sense? And then you screw it down and it goes through there really easily because copper is so soft. And then you unscrew it and now you have 2 little holes just right for my bracelet. And sometimes there'll be a little bit of a edge on the back, so I take my sanding block. It's a vintage sanding block and I just rub it a little bit and smooth it out. But you could use any kind of sandpaper or you probably don't even need a file. Probably a sandpaper would be good enough, especially for copper. Copper's a soft metal. Alright, so now it's nice and smooth, but I do want to make it fit my wrist a little bit and not just lay flat. Oh, hey Renee from Alabama. So this is one of my favorite tools, and I did put this in my Amazon shop so you can go find it. It's ducttapeanddenim.com/Amazon. You can find the tools and supplies that I'm using today. It is a Euro Tool is the brand, and it's bracelet bending pliers. So this part here is nylon, so it doesn't scratch the metal. So that really comes in handy, especially when you're working with soft metal. And because it's soft, it bends really easily, so I'm not having to put a whole lot of pressure on there. And you can see it's just going to bend it in that little angle right there. And that should be just right for fitting my wrist. Let's see. Yep. Alright, so now on this one you can see I make my bracelets like this a lot just because it's easier, it's faster. Instead of measuring 2 pieces of chain and making them attach in the back, it's just faster to do it one long piece and come around. And I put like 3 big jump rings in the side, so that makes it adjustable. Sometimes, well, if it's just for me, you know, it doesn't really need to be adjustable because I know what size wrist I have, but it's easier to put on if this side is a little bit longer too. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. And I don't think I need a jump ring for this side because I think I can just open this link here on this chain. I hope that's focusing on there. Can y'all see that okay? Let me know if y'all can see this and hear everything okay. Yep, I think this is going to work. So make sure you close that completely, that link completely, so your penny doesn't slip off. Okay, and there I've got one side of my bracelet. So for the other side, I think I showed this to y'all last week. This is how I keep all my jump rings organized. So I'm going to look for the big, fancy jump rings. I get these on Etsy, and I made a link for y'all to follow. It's an affiliate link. And you can go to ducttapeanddenim.com/jump rings, and you will see where I get my favorite jump rings. So I'm just going to connect the 3 jump rings together. Or actually, I think I'm going to do 2 jump rings together. And then the third one, I'm going to attach those 2 jump rings to the other side of the penny. Yep. Alright, so this is what we have so far. A big long chain connected to one side and 3 jump rings to the other. Oh, you, is your name Fela? Am I pronouncing that right? You have a pressed penny bracelet? I just think it's a fun idea, you know, because I got these because I want to remember my my trip. I'm going to show you one other little hint. I'm going to go ahead and attach the lobster clasp to the jump ring on that side, so I can see exactly how long I want my chain on here. So again, I'm going to make it 1. No, I'm going to take it off exactly the right length, because I don't think this link is going to go through the little hole on the lobster clasp. I think I'm going to have to get another jump ring. So go back to my jump ring organizer here and get one that matches. I have one of these for antique silver and one for antique brass because those are the 2 colors of metal I use the most. So then when I'm working with brass or copper, because I don't use a whole lot of copper. If you worked with copper a lot and had copper jump rings, you could get, you know, one of your own, or one just for copper. But I have all my antique brass findings in there. Alright, now I'm going to attach the chain to the lobster clasp. Alright. Okay, and that little bracelet is done. That was a simple one. Oh yeah, that is a good idea. I have made a few other pieces of money jewelry. I have stamped on pennies before. All right, oop. Sorry. I tend to pull my wrist up close to my body when I put bracelets on, and I forgot you couldn't see it. So, there's bracelet number 1. How quick was that? I don't have a timer on, but that didn't take very long. So, the next one I'm going to make is like this with 5 pennies. And these all came from different places in California that we've been. Museums, the, what was that place called in Santa Rosa? The Schultz Museum. So that's a little Snoopy on there. And I have 5, I think that came from Texas. So let me see if I can find them. Okay, I have Dinosaur Valley State Park in Glen Rose. That was one. No, that's Bryce. So I have a couple from Death Valley and Bryce Canyon National Park. Those are all going to be one, I think, because that was one trip. Okay, Buc-ee's. Who's been to Buc-ee's? Yeah, I got one from Buc-ee's when I went there. Monument Valley, that was a different trip. There's another one for Buc-ee's. San Antonio Zoo and Cabela's. How about that? You know what? I'm going to put the Alamo right in the middle. I'm kind of not liking that too much because, you know what? The reason I'm not liking this is because, see, a couple of these are light. They were new pennies, and several of them are old, and they were dark pennies. So I am going to scratch that. I got to go back to Texas and get a few more pressed pennies so they'll all match, unless there's somebody in Texas that wants to send me some pressed pennies. So these are from our trip last year. We went to the to several national parks. Well, Monument Valley was on that trip, but it's not a national park. So we went to Monument Valley, Bryce Canyon, and Death Valley. And so I'm just going to start punching holes in these. Sorry, maybe I should have had a few of these done because this is going to take a little bit of time, but y'all can let me know where you're from while we wait. And you can watch me punch holes. It's really easy. Every now and then I kind of hit it on something to see if I can knock out the extra metal. And just screw it in there. I have a couple of other tools that I use to punch holes in metal, but this is my favorite one because it's easy and it's good for soft metal. Sometime I'll show you my other tools that I use. This one is also in my Amazon shop, ducttapeanddenim.com/Amazon. I think it's called a drill punch or something like that, but you'll see it on there in my shop. Seems like it was like, I don't know, $12, $15 or something like that maybe. I use this one all the time. It's nice too. I like this one because if I'm making jewelry at night, I'm not like making a lot of noise, waking people up. Oh, okay. So Kimberly said she must have missed the pressing part. These are like little souvenir pressed pennies. Like this one's from Death Valley. You know, when you go to different tourist locations, there's a little machine there that you stick your penny in. So it takes a penny and 2 quarters, and then you crank it and it presses the penny for you. So this is like souvenir jewelry. When you go on vacation this summer, this will be like the cheapest souvenir you get. It'll be 51 cents for one of these, and then you come home and you turn it into jewelry. I'm also thinking about making a, you know what? might do with those Texas ones, I might make a necklace and have a whole bunch of different charms hanging off of it. What do y'all think about that? So yeah, I did not press these pennies myself. I've been collecting them for a couple of years. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this over here makes a bigger hole. So depending on what you're working on, for these I just need a little hole because I just need a tiny little jump ring to go through them. Almost done. I got 3 more holes after this one. Oh, Kimberly, I would love to have a machine that would press pennies. My husband thinks I'm crazy because everywhere we go now, I'm like, oh, there's a press penny machine. I've got to get one. So that's why I have one. I even have one from Cabela's. I have one from Buc-ee's. Everywhere we go, I get pressed pennies. He should be happy because, you know, what else am I going to buy for 51 cents, right? Yeah, I might turn the rest of them into a necklace. But like I said, I think I need some more. I just didn't like how they looked with the old and new pennies mixed together. So I'll probably do some new pennies because I kind of hate to press my old pennies. Oh, by the way, if you don't have any of these, or if you don't go anywhere where you see any of these machines, although if you start looking for them, they're everywhere, you can order them on eBay. You can get like lots of them on eBay. I thought about doing that too, but I mean, how many of these do I really need? Although I might do some and sell them. We'll have to see. Okay, let me see if I can collect some of these little tiny pieces there. See those? Those are the little tiny pieces of metal that came out. Kimberly, that'd be a great idea. We could take turns using our pressed penny machine. Or maybe we could get rich charging people to use our pennies. Alright, now I'm taking my sanding block and I'm rubbing it just a little bit to take the edge off the back. I think I need a new block. This sanding block has different sides on it, so one of them is a heavier grit and a lighter grit, and then like a polishing grit. And you can tell it's kind of making my fingers dirty. That's okay, it'll come off. I can't get through a day without getting dirty. Sorry. Ooh, man. The wind is blowing my window, and I'm shaking the table, and got the camera moving all over the place. Alright, so what should we put on our pressed penny? If you were going to design a pressed penny design, what would you put on it? I'd probably put a paintbrush, some pliers. Alright, so got them all. Holes in. Now they need to be bent, so I'm getting my bracelet bending pliers. These are in my Amazon shop, ducttapeanddenim.com/Amazon. And the nylon up here is really soft, so it's not going to scratch the pennies at all. I think I kind of like the 5-penny version instead. So my husband asked me, does this mean that bracelet's going to cost 5 cents? So, no, sorry. Because one thing, it did cost me 51 cents per penny, and then I did have to go to Death Valley to get this, so that cost a bundle. I've seen pressed penny jewelry for sale on Etsy for like $28, $30. I think that's about the cheapest I've seen them. but you can make them yourself for, you know, $2.50 plus findings. All right, now for these, I'm going to use a smaller jump ring. And this one has a little bit of a twist in it because I like the design in it. It gives just a little added something to it. It's not just a plain, simple jump ring. Let me see if I can grab one of these. They're tiny. And hold it up there for you. Is that? All right. Did that focus? You see, the metal is like twisted, so it gives a little bit of extra design for you. If you missed it earlier, I did give my a link to my favorite Etsy shop where I actually buy these. Go to ducttapeanddenim.com/jump rings. Now, you just want to make sure that they're facing the same direction, but this one actually goes that way, so it's not going to matter too much. But you do want to make sure that the curves are going the same direction. So that's going to be, I think that's going to work. If you need to use a little bit bigger jump ring, you can do that too. That's a nice thing about making your own jewelry. You can adjust it. You know, if you need a bigger bracelet, if your wrist is a little bit bigger, you just add a few more links on your chain. Hope y'all can see this. I get busy making stuff and I forget to check and see if I'm in the camera or not. And if y'all know anybody that likes to make jewelry, I would love it if you would share this video. Just share it on your Facebook page, your personal page, or message it to somebody who you think would like to make some. Like I said, this would be a great thing to do, like Memorial Day's coming up, people are starting to go on vacation. Start looking for the pressed penny machines, get your souvenirs, and make your own souvenir jewelry. Almost done. All right, so now the 5 pennies are connected. All right. Yeah, it's too bad we don't all live close together because we could come over and have a jewelry making party. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put one extra in the end here. Yep. And then I'm going to get a plain jump ring because the plain jump rings fit better in the lobster clasp. Yeah, in the lobster clasp. So I'm getting one that kind of matches. Well, those are stuck together. Actually, that's a little too shiny for me. I don't want one that shiny. Yeah, I like them a little more antiqued. That's going to match, I think, a little bit better. I am using brass just because I don't have any copper jump rings, because I don't make a whole lot of stuff out of copper, but you know, if you wanted to get copper jump rings, you could do that. Okay, where did my other, well, maybe I didn't get one. All right, one more lobster clasp. One thing, let me show you about the antiqued brass lobster clasp. Sometimes I have problems with them sticking, so you always want to make sure, yeah, I think it's the chemical or whatever coating that they're using on them. Sometimes it makes them stick, and when you pop it open, it breaks. So sometimes that happens with some of the, when I buy a big lot of them, and I have to just kind of go through and double check them. Okay, so that end is done, and now on the other end I'm going to do the 3 big jump rings like here to make it adjustable and make it easier for me to put on my hand, my wrist. I'm going to do it the same way, just connect the 3 jump rings, and I've showed y'all before, you don't open jump rings like that. You pull one side towards you and the other side away from you. Okay, one more and then we're done. All right, does anybody, while I'm finishing this up, does anybody have any questions? Go ahead and ask, and I will come back and look at all of them. I've been kind of distracted by putting this together. All right, that one is done. Hey Jennifer, how are you? All right, let's see if I can get this on my wrist. All right, I did it. All right, there you go. This one is my Utah and California and Arizona trip. I've got Death Valley, Monument Valley. Let's see, there's Thor's Hammer at Bryce Canyon. That was a fun trip. And see, now I can wear this and remember my trip. And this other one is from our trip to Ohio when we went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. These are all from California. And this one, let me show you this. This one was from Disneyland. And I did add an extra little bead on that, so I'll probably, because I like turquoise, I'll probably add a little bead. But I need to get going here pretty soon. So if y'all don't have any questions, I'll probably be back Thursday, and I think I'm going to be painting something. I'm not sure exactly what right now. But if you have any ideas, just at any time you can leave a comment and let me know what you would like for me to paint or make. Alright, I really appreciate y'all watching and sharing the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye-bye.